Welcome to the co-teaching guidance for the school year 14-15. The purpose of this video is to do two things. One, show you how to use the guidance, and two, navigate the various pieces. On the Core Practices website, you will find the readiness task, the guidance in a short form, the guidance in a long form, a one-pager, and the link to the ManyMinds site. To get us started, I want to highlight what each school is going to come out with at the end. We would like for every school to go through a three-step process: determining a starting point, crafting a support plan, and delivering support. The end goal is for every school in 14-15 to know how to support their co-teachers through PD and ongoing coaching in order to reach increased student outcomes. In order to do that, each school will step back and assess and reflect upon their co-teaching program. Either a school will fall under a new to co-teaching, meaning that they have not launched co-teaching, or that most of their co-teachers are not returning for the 14-15 school year, or they will be second-year co-teaching schools, in which case they will follow a three-step assessment and a reflection to determine what focus areas there might be from this past year moving into 14-15, or how will we continue along and push co-teaching. Again, coming out with the same outcomes as a new to co-teaching school, PD and coaching for all co-teachers. There are two types of guidance: the long version, which encompasses all of the guidance that's been provided this year and for next year. You'll see if you're new to co-teaching school, all the pieces that were given to schools last year still exist here. If you are second year or plus co-teaching school, the guidance is here, as well as the reflection process you will see in the readiness task. The appendix has some added features with new flows of blocks, as well as new types of lesson types and flows of blocks, and detailed rubrics for leading co-teaching in your building. For most schools, you will use a short version. In this short version, you will see that it highlights what co-taught classrooms should be able to do, the non-negotiables, co-teacher skills, how to hold co-teachers accountable, as well as the coaching and the PD plans. In order to ensure that we all come out with the end goal, the readiness task has you go through three assessments. The first assessment is a survey that co-teachers will take. Every co-teacher will take a survey online, and it will go through various buckets of co-teaching: classroom culture, role, relationship, all, etc., etc. Once they've completed that, there's also a systems and structures for co-teaching, which will have schools go through and work out a workbook looking at all teachers and how much of a load we're putting on each teacher in comparison to one another to discern if there are any trends with co-teaching. The final piece is to assess individual co-teaching partnerships in a few categories: delivery of content, managing a classroom, scaffolding, airtight transitions, and pacing. Once you do that with each co-teacher, putting co-teachers together in a partnership to identify where they are at together. Do we have two developing co-teachers, a developing solid co-teacher, or two solid co-teachers? This will help determine the coaching plan that will be put in place for that partnership for next year, as well as help in making decisions around whether that co-teaching partnership should be put together. Finally, you'll go through a reflection piece, which is a yes or no reflection piece for each of these 9 questions. The associated guidance is listed here as well. Once you've done the reflection, please write down the areas that you've stated no and what priority level they were. As we move into Day of Practice 3 in New York in March 21st for Connecticut, Team Special Services will be supporting your special services leaders in completing this readiness task for co-teaching. It will be completed by April 30th and uploaded onto ManyMinds. If you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you.